following up on some of the fallout and the things that are happening after the shooting that killed 37-year-old Renee Good by an ICE agent. And we wanted to check in with our Corin Hoggard right now, who's working on some stories for later this afternoon. Corin, tell us what you've been working on today and who you've been speaking with.
Hey, Amy. Yeah, this church right here behind me is All God's Children. It's on 31st and Park. So just for perspective, for folks who don't know, it's about 3.5 to 4 blocks away from the scene where everything happened on Wednesday. And I've been talking to the pastor here, who is somewhat active, I think is fair to say, in protesting ICE. He says every person needs to be treated respectfully, and so he goes out whenever he hears the whistles and the car horns that indicate that ICE is around. He goes and listens. He said this time it kind of stuck around, and so he went out there to kind of see what was happening and to support the folks in the community. And what he says happened is he was detained by ICE. So they were apparently at that point, he and the crowd were chanting, "We are not afraid, we are not afraid." This is maybe 15 to 30 minutes after the shooting. He had just himself found out that the shooting had happened. He said that ICE kind of was, in his words, they were harassing a woman who looked like she was Hispanic. He said, "Take me, take me." And then they continued chanting, "We are not afraid." And he says that the agents, one of them waved the gun in his face, said, "Are you afraid now?" And then handcuffed him and put him in the back of a black SUV with a couple other folks. And they came back every once in a while. He said a total of 4 times, asking him, "Are you afraid now?" And then eventually they let him go. And they said, according to him, they said, "You're white and that wouldn't be any fun anyway, so you can go." And so that's his version of what happened on Wednesday. He said he joined the protest after that, so he was detained for less than an hour and then was released and joined the protest.
Okay. And, you know, oftentimes, well, always, we want to get the other side of a story. And if you just want to kind of explain to folks, you know, the process of how we try to do that in these situations, it is very difficult to do, Corin.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair to say. I literally, finished the interview with him and now know what he said. Mm-hmm. So now I will go and ask ICE what their comment is related to this.
Yeah.
And, chances of us hearing back are 50-50 today, but hopefully we'll have a response from ICE about what they did here regarding this pastor.
Yeah, and I think one of the things we're seeing a lot more of too is documentation. And I don't know if you've had a chance to talk to him or others about, about why they're out, why we have constitutional observers who are going out and getting trained specifically in kind of how to document these things.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one who was detained, so he took some photos before his detention and shared those with us, but he wasn't recording at the time, and he is not a constitutional observer. Mm-hmm. He was just a civilian observer at the time, although he hadn't even gotten to the scene. We're on 31st here. The scene was further down past 33rd, so he said he hadn't even gotten to full black by the time kind of a wave of ICE officers and protesters kind of came towards him, and that's when he had his interaction.
All right. Appreciate it. I know you're just kind of getting started here for the afternoon. Thanks, Corin, for checking in on some of the things that you're working on here for later this evening. We'll see you in a little while. Thank you.
Yeah.